I'm Nicole Lee, Health, Beauty, and More. And just a quick recap on biological warfare. Everybody has heard about the Ebola virus by now. I'll give you a little bit of history of it. And I got this from Natural News, Mike Adams. And he heard about the 109th meeting at the Texas Academy of Sciences, and this was back in 2006, about 10 years ago. There was a professor, Eric Pianka, there, who talked about how we needed to eliminate about 90% of the population because we were overpopulated, and that one way of doing so would be through an airborne version of the Ebola virus. And since that time, numerous people have contracted Ebola, and it was spreading too. And now, 10 years later, we have this Zika, Z-I-K-A virus, which is tropical and comes from mosquitoes, and it's not quite as fatal. It's not as fatal as Ebola, but it does cause neuropathies or microcephaly, which is a smaller head in babies. So any pregnant women may have babies with small microcephalic heads. Not necessarily all of those babies are going to have problems neurologically, but some will, some won't. Some may have retardation, in fact. And this is spreading quite quickly, this Zika virus. They expect about 4 million cases by year's end. We still are working on a vaccine, so there is none left yet. So it just seems to me that there's a lot of craziness going on with viruses, tropical things like Ebola and now Zika. So there may be a plan to eliminate people early, and with Ebola, it's real quick, I mean, in days. It's very highly contagious. That one has infected so many people that I hope that this isn't the plan, but just keep that in mind, because biological warfare was something that was talked about years ago, and I think it's here today. I'm still concerned about a lot of other things. I grew up without chemtrails that I was aware of. They snuck up on me gradually. And then the technology changed as I got older, and everything is a smart grid, and there's smartphones, smart this, smart that, and I don't think there's anything smart about it, other than the people running it that are operating these machines and technology to be able to get information and spy on people, and also hurt people's lives because of all the electromagnetic fields around us. They're not healthy for us, as you know, and you can check out some of my videos that explain it, and I plan to continue to try to protect myself as much as possible. We really don't know how much shielding we need to protect ourselves when we live in complexes like I do. Those that live in homes have a little more control over their smart meters, but yesterday I saw this electric cabinet that was unlocked, and my curiosity got me, and I wanted to know what was in there, and I opened it up, and the shock on my face was there were numerous smart meters in there. They're not Underwriters Laboratory protected. They're not checked for safety like the light bulbs are. The old incandescent light bulbs, not the newer ones. So they're not approved that way. They're not safe. And I just felt really bad for the person living there because not only does she have tons of smart meters there, and they're putting in more smart meters, not just for electricity, but for gas very quickly. And she's totally in denial when I talked to her and said, we have nothing in common to talk about. And she doesn't want to talk to people that are negative, but she doesn't understand the difference between proactive and negative. But apparently that's her issue. And I felt really sorry for her because she's on that end cap where she's not only in denial, she's not even sitting on the fence. There's such a huge elephant in her room. Uh, that's her choice, though. You can be uninformed and not do anything and stick your head in the sand, or you can be informed and do something and be proactive. And I choose I choose to be proactive, and that's my stand. If anyone wants to respond to that, I'd appreciate it. I'm Nicole Lee in Health, Beauty, and More. Bye-bye now.